Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Calvin DeLude, joined by Spencer Ball. And if you're just joining us, we'd like to apologize. The Wi-Fi here at the Plex has been a bit spotty tonight, so we weren't able to cover the second half of the first period or the entire second period. And unfortunately, you did miss quite a lot. So, Spencer, if you want to catch the folks at home up on what has been happening in that second period.
Yeah, you know, we weren't broadcasting it, but I tell you what, we were.
Hello? I think we're back. I can hear myself. Hello?
And we might be back. I think we are.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's try it again.
We thought the power went out. I think it was that time might have been our fault. But we didn't cut the internet out in this place. I promise you, we were very prepared for this one. But let's catch you up with what you missed. Again, right now, South Carolina holds a 2-1 lead. The first goal scorer of the second period was Kai Bonsukin at the 15:48 mark. He added in the Gamecocks' second goal to take a 2-0 lead. Then with just 53.9 seconds left, Brendan Ing for the Ice Dogs drew one back, and that's where we get our 2-1 score from. But a lot happened in between. Tyler Tomoyan was amazing. Ryan Testino made some great saves. But the head coach for the Gamecocks was tossed at the 3:50 mark. Al Sirwa was walked off the ice, and again, it was after a heated play that resulted in a lot of 5-on-3 hockey, and South Carolina somehow miraculously killed it off. Again, Tomoyan playing a big part in that, but it seems like the skipper is going to be done for the night.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to rely really heavily on their assistant coaches, Steve Brochu, John Clocklenberg, my apologies, and Brody Smoji. So,
yeah, and again, Calvin, crowd still packed here. It's going to be a great third period. You know, it's a good thing we got the stream back up for, you know, you get to see the conclusion right here on Student Gamecock Television.
Yeah, we really are set up for a fantastic period, folks. So thank you very much for your patience. Thanks for sticking with us. We apologize once again for any technical difficulties, but we are set for 20 minutes of great hockey. College Hockey South, South Carolina versus the Georgia Ice Dogs. Here we go, getting set for the face-off. 2-1 game. South Carolina wins the face-off. They'll hit it back for Tommy Marvin. Marvin across for Riccitelli. Riccitelli off the boards, looking for Marvin. Colin Reed has it for a second, loses it. Now battling for it along the boards. It'll skip into the corner. Marvin skates over for it. Colin Reed trying to get there, and now Georgia has a bit of a possession. Pass in front, tipped out of play. Or, sorry, into the glove of Tomoyan. Don't know how he got that one.
Hey, don't ask any questions about the skills of Tyler Tomoyan. I mean, this
he's
guy,
been fantastic.
there was a play in the second period where he ended up kind of completely on his back, and the puck just wouldn't leave him.
And now a breakaway here for Riccitelli. 2-on-1 opportunity along the boards. It's going to go around. Colin Reed has it for a second, but a big hit there by Georgia. Behind the net with it. Now he tries to find his man, but it's going to trickle all the way back into South Carolina territory. Tomoyan will stop it, and Tommy Marvin will take over. Marvin up the ice. Across, finds John Riggins. Riggins in, nice move, broken up there by the Ice Dogs. Now here's Georgia on the offensive possession. Looking for an open man. Takes it around the net. Backhand pass in front, save, rebound. Goes to Georgia, pass across to an open man, but he hits it wide. Evan Moore with a shot broken up there by Colin Reed. That's going to go back to the Georgia zone. South Carolina back with possession, and they'll try and slow the play down a bit. Here's Scove with it. Scove caused an Ice Dog to slip on the ice. Now here's Scove with a shot, hit the post. An inch lower, it would have been a 3-1 South Carolina lead, but now here's Georgia on the offensive possession. Shot in neutral ice, heads in. And now here's Scove with a steal. Backhand pass across, looking for his man. Trying to hit Pineda there, already with a goal on the night. But now it's Andrew Henderson. Finds Pushkar on the board, Scove battling for it. And now the puck will travel all the way back to Tyler Tomoyan. Mulcairn with it. Mulcairn had a visit to the penalty box in the second period. Now Mulcairn back with it, dumps it. It'll go all the way around the boards.
A lot of back and forth here, Calvin.
You know, it really has been active on both sides. As Push Carr battles for it. It goes in front of the net. Georgia able to get the pass and hit it all the way back into South Carolina territory. Oh, and a big hit there by Mulcairn. Seeing it get a bit chippier here as South Carolina able to clear it out of their zone. And they'll get some fresh skaters out on the ice. But now here's Pineda. Fans wanting a call from the refs. Didn't quite see what they're asking for.
I think it was just an ice dog slipping, and they were kind of making fun of him there. Just lost his footing.
You know, these South Carolina fans have been ruthless tonight. And you especially, if you were here, you would have heard it after head coach got ejected for the South Carolina Gamecocks. As Georgia skates in here with an opportunity. Looking for a man, no help. Now they'll battle for it in the near corner. Aiden Dunphy. Able to get Winklebleck. Now pass trying to hit center ice. He was looking for Garrett Albers. Jack Gannon now. Behind the net for Georgia. Pass to an open man. Sends it to the opposite side of the ice. And now here comes Georgia. Goes behind the net. South Carolina able to get possession. It's Bonsukin. Looking for Albers. Albers fighting for it on the boards. Georgia able to come away with it. Is Leighton Poole. Poole with a shot. Pad save there by Tamoyan. Now quick shot there. It was Brandon Ing. And another nice save from Tyler Tamoyan.
Yeah, he's racked up 4 saves here. Make that 5 in just the first 4 minutes.
Dunphy battling for it. Georgia able to keep it in the zone, but now a good clear there by Clavin. Racing for it. Georgia back on offense. They'll hit it all the way around the boards. Tamoyan tries to get to it. He can't, but it'll go to Aiden Dunphy. He was looking for Clavin there, just a little too much on that pass. Now Georgia trying to get some work on offense. In the near corner, pass in front, stolen by Richitelli, and a big hit from Ian Hoover. No possession yet. Now quick shot, quick save there by Tyler Tamoyan. Another shot, another save. Looking for a pass in center ice, and it goes all the way back to the goalie Testino.
Really testing Tamoyan's reaction speed there. I mean, those were just a flurry of shots, and ever ready the brick wall for South Carolina.
Punzenberger fighting for it for Georgia. And somehow out of the pile is Marcello with an opportunity. He loses possession though. Georgia gets it back, clears it, and it's going to skip into the South Carolina bench and out of play. 14:37 remaining in the third period. Gamecocks lead 2-1. And we've been seeing a lot of back and forth so far this period, Spencer.
Yeah, a lot of good skating so far. I think it's actually Georgia who've had some of the better chances in the start to this third. For South Carolina, they just haven't been able to settle in offensively, and I think once they do that, it'll be a little bit more evenly matched, but a lot of good hockey back and forth.
A quick shot there from Riggins off the faceoff. We've seen him try and get quick shots off the faceoff all season long. But now Georgia with possession again, able to get past a Gamecock. Tamoyan will hit it up the ice looking for Colin Reed, but it'll go back to Georgia. Dumps it into the zone. Skating for it is Tommy Lockett. Now Hoover. Finds his man working it. Richitelli. Richitelli taking his time, skating up the ice, loses it for a second, able to get it back. Slips and falls, and now Georgia working on offense once again. Good hit there on the boards by Colin Reed. Hoover behind the net with it. Hoover off the boards, intercepted there. Shot saved by Tamoyan. Reaches out with the pad, and it goes out of play. James Hedquist with the shot, and a great blocker save there by Tyler Tamoyan. We've been seeing him do it all night.
Yeah, he just reached out and punched it. That one sent it up to the ceiling. And, you know, we just mentioned a moment ago John Riggins. You know, to our tally so far, hasn't quite found the stat sheet yet, but the College Hockey South MVP is, I think, put in a good performance tonight. But for South Carolina to get a victory here, Calvin, you got to feel like he's got to get a little bit more involved on the offensive end.
When it's two stacked rosters, it can be hard to get your superstar going. And we've seen that tonight for South Carolina. But here's an opportunity, Pushkar. Now in front of the net with it is Pushkar. Had it for a second, lost it. Now Hedquist for Georgia. Shot from the blue line from Scove. Goes into the corner. Ice Dogs able to regain possession. Sends it up the ice. And they are going to call that an icing. He was looking for James Hedquist there. Just led him a bit too far. Takes a trip around the back of the net. And we're going to have a deep face-off for South Carolina with 13:09 left in the third period.
Yeah, Calvin, for South Carolina, you know, we saw a quick shot last time off the face-off. You wonder if they have some design plays to get some good opportunities to Testino.
Yeah, you saw it right there. He just went right through everybody. I believe that was Pushkar. And Testino able to cover that one up, but he just went right past everyone. Another face-off, won by South Carolina. They have it at the blue line. Hits it into the corner off the official. Scove with it. Back at the blue line, pass across. He's got Mulcairn. Mulcairn with a shot, and somehow gloved down there by Testino. A great save by him, and this goalie matchup keeps one-upping each other.
Yeah, I mean, Mulcairn rifled that one on target. It got blocked down by, I believe, Marco Pineda right in front of net. Kind of bounced down. Testino was sliding to his right, stuck the glove out left-handed, and snagged it. That's just an excellent save from the Ice Dog keeper.
Yeah, the gloves have been hot tonight for both goalies. Now here's Pushkar. Pass over for Pineda. Pineda with a shot to save. Rebound up for grabs. Now a shot from his knees blocked. That was Tommy Marvin. Georgia tries to clear it. They hit it into their own bench.
And we've talked about Tommy Marvin tonight, but we haven't really highlighted some of his stats. He's first in all of AAU in assists. Calvin, he has 33 assists on the season. I mean, this guy has a penchant for finding his teammates like no other in this league, and he sure is special when he's, you know, when he has the puck at his stick.
Yeah, he's definitely very helpful for this team. As there's a quick opportunity off the faceoff for South Carolina. A shot and a great save there by Testino. And you can see, I believe that's Garrett Albers wishing he had that one back. A golden opportunity in front of the net, but Testino just being an elite goalie, having a great night, and he made a nice save.
You know, and credit to Albers for just putting it on him. You know, it's hard to pinpoint a specific location as the penalty box seems to open for a Georgia Ice Dog skater there.
Yeah, that's Jack Gannon heading into the penalty box, and so now South Carolina heads on the power play.
That's definitely a good opportunity for them. But again, Testino hadn't recorded a save until like the last minute here. He's already racked up 5 as South Carolina has controlled this 12th and 13th minute here.
So in this one-goal game, South Carolina looking to get some insurance, but the face-off won by Georgia. South Carolina able to quickly regain possession. Pass now at the blue line. Here's Marvin. Marvin with a shot. Testino covers that one up. And we'll have another face-off.
That's what you got to do to him, you know. You got to give him different angles, make him earn it. And, I mean, he's earning it right now, but you got to put shots on him, so credit to South Carolina.
Marvin with it, Tommy Marvin. Finds an open man. Here's a shot, doinks off the post. It was Pineda. He'll hit it back to Marvin. Now here's Riggins. Riggins in the corner. Marvin. Finds Pushkar, back to Marvin. Marvin in the far corner. Pass across for Riggins off the board. Here's Marvin. Marvin loses possession for a second, trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Georgia trying to come in and clear it, and they are able to. A big play there for the Georgia Ice Dogs. That's going to chew a few seconds, but South Carolina already back on the attack as here's Pineda. Pushkar hits it in the corner. Colin Reed. At the blue line, Tommy Marvin. Under a minute remaining on this power play. Georgia with a clearing opportunity. They are able to knock it out of the zone. Goes all the way back to Tamoyan.
Great kill so far for Georgia. Robbie Whitworth specifically getting tangled up with Tommy Marvin there and just not allowing him to get a pass off.
John Riggins hits it all the way into the far corner. Colin Reed going to get it. Had it for a second, lost possession, and it's going to go to Graham Baird. Bear trying to hit along the board. South Carolina able to keep it in, now in the corner with it. Pass behind the net. Back to Reed. Now at the blue line. Here's Tommy Marvin. Pass across. Shot on goal. Got deflected, knocked out of play. And with 19 seconds left on the power play, we will have a deep face-off.
Going to get a line change there. You know, the power play unit we kind of just saw right before the power play, so might be a little gas there. So they're going to go get some much-needed rest. But this kind of second unit here for the Gamecocks, you wonder if they're going to get a designed play drawn up, something, you know, they could execute in short term.
Well, Scove tried to hit it back to a defender, but leaked through the South Carolina defensive line, and now with 10 seconds left on the power play, broken up pass there in front of the net. Now here's Scove. Scove with a shot, hit off the shoulder of Testino. South Carolina able to keep possession. Scove in front for Clavin. Clavin with a few shot opportunities. Testino able to cover them up. And a bit of extracurriculars after the play. The refs are going to go break that up.
You know, and first off, great kill for the Ice Dogs there. I mean, that's just really good stuff. Testino very strong in net, and the defense doing a really good job supporting him there. On that one, that was really dangerous when you see that puck just hop up right in front of your goalie. That's also when stick starts flying at him, and, you know, thankfully it didn't start a scuffle here.
Well, Georgia wins the face-off. They try and clear it. They are able to. And a heavy pursuit for this puck here. Bonsukin had it. He hits it up the boards. They'll go back to Georgia, and now it'll go back to Bonsukin. Officially halfway through the third period with 10 minutes remaining, and a 2-1 game. South Carolina leading. And some risky play here. It's Josh Wilkins. Georgia ends up with it, a pass in front, puck up for grabs. They're going to say no high sticking call on the Gamecocks. Now pass off the boards. He'll hit it all the way around. It's Perrone looking for a pass in front. Georgia able to get a quick shot off, but a nice save there by Tamoy, hit off the pad and wide of the net. Perrone now with another opportunity, but no one was in front of the net. And South Carolina will go back on the attack. A lone man down there. Looks like it's Josh Wilkins, who takes a big hit on the boards, and that's going to be a call. So Josh Wilkins really being selfless there, taking the puck and keeping possession so South Carolina could get some fresh skaters out.
You know, and then looks like he was able to draw a penalty call there as well. And, you know, if he's up and moving and okay, I think he'll take that trade every day of the week.
And it definitely took a hit for the team there, but a big play. South Carolina goes back on the power play. Georgia familiar with the penalty kill this period. Had one just a few minutes ago.
And this power play unit, they just got rested up on the ice right now. It's Reed, Pushkar, Riggins, and I would guess Pineda and Marvin there, Calvin.
Yeah, this is the best of the South Carolina team. Best of what they have to offer. Here's Marvin with a pass across. Looking for Riggins on the near side. Marvin at the blue line. He's got Riggins. Riggins in front of the net. Centering pass. Couldn't get a stick on it. Pineda. Across behind the boards for Pushkar. Riggins takes his time with it. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Minute 30 left on the power play. Here's Marvin. Tommy Marvin. Back to Riggins. Riggins looking for a shot. Tried to hit that right corner. Just a hair wide. South Carolina keeps possession, though. Here's Riggins. Follow-up shot in front of the net. Tipped, and Testino able to knock it away. Marvin back with possession, though. He'll find Riggins. Riggins trying to hit third time's the charm. Shot in front of the net. And now we got a bit of pushing and shoving here. It's been fairly tame all night, but Colin Reed throwing some jabs. And you have to say a fantastic save there by Testino. Riggins had 3 really nice shot opportunities there, but he was able to cover them all up. And now we'll have a face-off with 1:03 left on this power play.
It was him and Pushkar glove side of Testino just trying to jam the puck past him, and the Georgia keeper just stayed strong, stayed sturdy, and that's what he does. And that's why he's all College Hockey South first team right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a seasoned vet for this team, the junior goalie out of Ackworth, Georgia, and continues to be having an impressive night with a few penalty kills he's had to endure. But still, 1:03 left on this one. South Carolina loses the faceoff. It goes behind the net. Clear attempt there from Jack Gannon. South Carolina able to keep possession now. Here's Scove. Shot on net, broken up there by Testino. Now Locken with it behind the net. Tommy Locken battling for it. Clavin comes in, cleans it up. Trying to hit the man at the blue line. Scove had to go skate for it. Good break up there by Georgia. South Carolina keeps possession. Now here's a shot by Richatelli. That goes wide of the net. Scove with it. Back to the blue line. Bonsukin in the corner. Bonsukin with it. Pass to Scove. Scove with a shot. Pad save by Testino. Goes back to Richatelli. And he was unable to keep it in the zone, so the Gamecocks will have to regroup with 10 seconds left on this power play. Scove with it for a second. Georgia able to regain possession, and they will dump it now. An opportunity here for the Ice Dogs. Quick shot, and now it looks like a penalty on South Carolina.
Is that a hooking there on Bonsukin?
So suddenly the tides turn. The Gamecocks with a 2-minute power play. Bonsukin commits a penalty, and now Georgia with a 2-minute power play of their own, trailing by 1 with 7:10 left in the third period.
That's a really tough pill to swallow for South Carolina. You have a lot of good chances, just can't beat Testino. Now you have to immediately go on the power play kill, giving Georgia a chance to equalize here. Just 7 minutes and 10 seconds left, Calvin.
I will say, though, Testino has allowed 37 goals this season, including tonight. 7 of them have come shorthanded. So we'll see if this penalty kill unit for South Carolina can drive one home. South Carolina already able to clear it. Colin Reed down there with the Georgia Ice Dogs.
And I was checking my numbers there. South Carolina have 9 shorthanded goals on the season, tied for first in College Hockey South and second in AAU. So they're no strangers to it, and definitely looking to add to the total here.
There's a quick hit. It'll go to Testino. Testino has to play it. He found Conway. Conway battling for it. It's Hagen now. A steal there by Colin Reed. Able to get his own rebound. Trying to find something to do with it. Reed takes a turn. Takes a big hit on the boards. Looks like it's Scove with it. Now Georgia able to come in and clean it up. And they'll go back on the attack after a nice offensive stint there for South Carolina. A few big hits there. That's Ian Hoover.
How about big Ian Hoover just laying a big hit here on the boards and eventually leading to a clear?
I mean, he was really just laying those arms out, trying to tire out the Georgia skater. And now with 45 seconds left on this power play, Georgia really hasn't had much going for them offensively. But here's an opportunity for them now. Heads in, pass across at the blue line. It's Jack Gannon taking his time with it. Pass across to an open man. Now Riggins with a steal. Riggins heads in. Shot deflected off the defender. Jack Gannon with a nice block there. And Georgia comes back on the attack with 15 seconds on the power play. Pass across. Shot off the pad of Tamoyan. Gannon able to keep it in the offensive zone. Tamoyan with a blocker save. Tips way up in the air and finally able to get a glove on it. Beautiful series of events right there by the South Carolina defense, and Tyler Tamoyan with another fantastic save. Tipped it up about 10 feet in the air, was able to finally cover it up when it hit the ground, and South Carolina has 2 seconds left on this penalty kill.
Yeah, that's just a great sequence from the Carolina goalie there. Just 3 saves back to back to back. One of them, you know, as you mentioned, the puck goes straight up. He's able to deal with it and keep the Gamecocks lead intact.
South Carolina wins the face-off, and they will clear it out of the zone. A penalty kill for them. And now with just over 5 minutes remaining, we're still in a 2-1 game, folks. Pass across to an open man. Georgia keeps possession. David Eberle hit it around. He tries to hit it back around the net, but Richatelli was there waiting for it. Push car to Panetta. Panetta with it on the boards. Trying to hit it back for Richatelli, but Tommy Marvin will have to go get it. Now Richatelli trying to take it up the ice. Good play there. Finds Panetta. Now on neutral ice. In comes Marvin. Marvin with a shot save. Testino with a great rebound there. South Carolina could have scooped it up, but good defensive job there by the Ice Dogs.
Both
Marvin.
defenses in tip-top shape here. Sorry to cut you off, Calvin.
No, you're straight. You're good. Here's Scove. Scove takes the shot. Testino with a save. Rebound up for grabs in front of the net. Pineda grabs it. He hits it behind the net to his man. Stick party in the corner fighting for it. South Carolina came away with it for a moment. And now it looks like Pineda had it for a second as well. But it will finally trickle out of the zone. Good job there by Georgia. Marvin back with it. Marvin. Backhand pass to Pineda. Pineda just dumps it into the corner for Pushkar. Pineda back to Riccitelli. Riccitelli looking for a shot. Backhand pass. He was trying to lead his man there. Winkleblack. He fights for it in the corner. Georgia comes away with it, and now an opportunity for them. Able to get a stick on it. And now Georgia will get some fresh skaters out there with 3:17 and counting. An opportunity here in front of that backhand shot, saved by Tamoyan. Georgia able to keep it in. No, they're going to call it offside, so they'll have to regroup. Oh, now another opportunity. Shot blocked there by Riccitelli. Georgia with a few nice scoring opportunities here, but South Carolina's defense been all over it. Here's another one there, stolen in front of the net by Winkleblack. Open man across the ice. Here's a shot in front of the net, an open net. Wasn't able to drive it home, but they keep possession. Georgia with it, skates around, shot in front, stolen by South Carolina, and now an opportunity here. It's Garrett Albers. Slap shot saved by Testino. We have 2:27 and counting remaining in this game. Georgia with it. Pass behind the net. And they'll try and slow play down. Jack Gannon. South Carolina swarms the puck once again, able to get some possession for a moment. But now here's Jack Gannon coming in. Has his man on the outside, pass in front. Gamecocks able to get to it. And now here's an opportunity for South Carolina. They were about to pull the goalie. Testino able to get back in net just in time to make the save off Marcella's shot. 1:47 remaining. They keep trying to pull Testino, but South Carolina keeps possession. Now here's Clavin. He'll just dump it in.
Good dump down. Now they can get that line change in.
Fresh skaters for South Carolina. The best the team has to offer out there right now. Georgia trying to get on the offensive attack. 1:20 and counting. Aiden Dunphy with it. Hits it around the boards, Locken. Now Riggins able to get it out of the zone. A big clear there for South Carolina.
And Testino's out, Calvin. 6-on-5 here.
Empty net here. Here come the Gamecocks. Tries to hit all the way down the zone. Here's Colin Reed with it. Backhand shot wide left. Under a minute remaining in this game now. 2-1 Gamecocks. Georgia trying to tie this one up and send it to OT. Gamecocks trying to close it out. Shot knocked down there by the Gamecocks. And it's going to go all the way back behind the net. We're going to have an icing here, folks. 43 seconds on the dot. 2-1 Gamecocks. Georgia trying to make a final push to tie this game. Can South Carolina hold up, lock in? Can Tamoyan keep the puck out of the net and get out of here with a win?
It's the name of the game, Calvin. Again, Testino is going to be pulled. It's going to be an empty net. Georgia with 6 skaters out there. Let's get your lines real quick. We've got Reed, Henderson, Riggins, Locken, Bonsukin, and, of course, Tamoyan in net. Georgia finally gets their lineup set. Calvin, 43 seconds. Let's do it, buddy.
As we mentioned, an empty net here for Georgia. South Carolina won the faceoff. They're fighting for it in the corner. Bonsukin covers it. Now Georgia gets it to the blue line. Backhand pass to an open man. Back to the blue line, looking to regroup. 27 and counting. In the corner. Shot wide of the net. Open man skates in, looking for a shot. Blocked there by South Carolina. They keep it in the offensive zone. Now it trickles out. John Riggins here. An empty net. A tripping call on Georgia. With 6 points, and now we got a fight going on. 6 7/10 of a second, a hit from behind. And that was dirty.
Yeah, it looks like Locken was leaving the pile there and takes a shot to the back of the head. That one's pretty dangerous, and I think they're going to be penalized as such here. Again, just 6.7 seconds when the chaos erupted.
I mean, and Georgia really kind of doing them dirty here. It might have saved the goal, that penalty, but the extracurriculars after the play.
Yeah, of course Reagan's not going to be happy to be pulled down and tripped from behind. He's going to end the night here in the regulation period, of course, in the penalty box. But for Georgia, the hit from behind was a bit much. I understand, you know, there's going to be a little hand fighting after the tripping call. I think that's fine, but.
And it looks like Locken will join Riggins in the penalty box. I'm not sure how two South Carolina people are in the penalty box when from my point of view, it looked like Georgia started all that chaos, all that tomfoolery,
you know,
you could say.
I know Locken came in. I think he instigated the further action.
I think Locken.
But then he skated away. You know, he wasn't going for too much.
Yeah, I think Locken being in the box is probably a good idea, even though he did take a pretty cheap hit there.
Yeah,
Not sure why Riggins is in there. He's been pretty classy for most of this game, which has, for not a lot lot of fights, it has definitely been a chippy game. As we mentioned, the South Carolina head coach.
Nothing too bad either. Again, you know.
It's no Alabama game.
And you know what? I think you look at either of those games, and if there wasn't ice and skates galore, you could be confused for a UFC pay-per-view event. it was pretty bad.
Yeah, South Carolina head coach ejected earlier in this game. It's been a bit chippy in these final few minutes with 6 7/10 of a second remaining. Georgia down by 1. Still some conversations going on with the referees, trying to dish out penalties, figure out who's in the box. Looked like Pushkar was going in for a second, but I believe he's staying out.
Well,
and Georgia's going to put Testino back in net, it appears.
With the location of this face-off, that doesn't surprise me because, again, Calvin, it doesn't matter who's in the box. In 6.7 seconds, if the Ice Dogs don't score, this game ends in a Carolina victory.
So I'm just trying to figure out how many skaters each team is going to have. Right now, South Carolina has 5, and it looks like Georgia has 4. So this is the game, folks. 6.7 seconds remaining, and refs will halt play.
Nope. They got one more. It's 5-on-5.
There we go. 5-on-5 for the final 6.7 seconds. 2-1 game. South Carolina leads. Can Georgia pull off a miracle? Face-off won by South Carolina with 4 seconds remaining. It's Andrew Henderson who will close it out, and the Gamecocks win it. 2-1 here at the Plex. A College Hockey South victory. This one for pride, no playoff implications, but South Carolina able to get it done, and a pretty chippy matchup, but it was a fun one.
Absolutely, and you know, Calvin, if I could have given you 2 guarantees, is that it would definitely get a little physical, and it would definitely be fun. So I'm 2 for 2 on the night, because it was definitely chippy, and it was definitely fun. South Carolina, of course, coming out on top here in these teams' 5th matchup on the season. So unless, you know, God willing, they meet in the AAU Division I playoffs further down the line.
I mean, I'd pay to see that. That would be a great matchup.
It would be a stressful but great matchup to watch. The season series ends at 2 wins apiece, and, of course, that tie that South Carolina did win in a penalty shootout back in September, but, of course, it just went down as a tie in the book. I think they just played shootout for fun, which I respect. You give the fans a good show. But just another classic to this installment, and what is hopefully a great rivalry for years to come.
Absolutely, Spencer. We once again apologize, folks, for missing a good majority of the game, but we were able to get you for the final 20 minutes, which was a very entertaining one despite no goals scored in the final period of play. We'll be back in a few minutes with a post-game wrap. A big victory for South Carolina. They win it 2-1 here at the Plex. I said it before the game, Spencer, and I think I was right. A goalie battle between two of the best that College Hockey South has to offer between Testino and Tamoyan. Spencer, who do you give your player of the game to?
I mean, I think it's got to be Tyler Tamoyan, right? I got him tallied at 29 saves on the night, and he was just excellent when it mattered in these saves where, you can't quite cover it up, the rebound opportunities, making double saves, triple saves, sliding all over the net. I mean, he's awesome. He has been for South Carolina for multiple years now, and he proved again, why he gets the nod in net and why he's one of the best in College Hockey South.
Absolutely. And a shout-out to Testino as well, who had a fantastic game in net for Georgia.
You're looking at the two best goalies in College Hockey South, according to College Hockey South themselves.
And you could even say in the AAU as a whole.
And I would definitely agree with that. I mean, these two guys, they're very special talents. Even when the games end in a lot more higher scoring numbers, feels like, oh, man, you can't blame the goalie for that. It's just those two guys are really special in net. So it was another great battle between the two here at the Plex.
Yeah, it really was a fun matchup. Once again, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we appreciate you for sticking with us. Huge shout-out to the crew tonight, and also a huge shout-out to Reese Nolting for bringing a hotspot all the way here. 30-minute drive, so we appreciate you, Reese, and thank you for everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Calvin DeLude. That's Spencer Ball. We're SGTV, and we will see you next time, folks.